I actually regretted my first, um, should I use the word, the first day I came in and getting a call by the time I tried to reach out to some of my friends back home.
Mhm.
Because even before I got here, I actually applied for a job in Chevron.
In Nigeria?
Yes. So the opportunity that I got to come into Europe, succeededly, I am here. Um, it was so unfortunate that by the time I got to contact friends back home, people that I know, to inform them that I'm far away from home, fortunately for me, I was here already, and why my application was granted after all the interviews and all of that. So saddened that I couldn't, work in the field of engineering when I was in Nigeria. So I regretted while living in Nigeria that I missed an opportunity so huge as that.
Which is, had they been that, okay, you were already here when you made that very call,
Yeah.
and you were told that what you were hoping or
Yeah.
waiting for
Yeah.
eventually took place,
Yeah.
and you were nowhere to be found.
Yeah. For 2 weeks.
2 weeks, they were waiting for
They
you.
were waiting for me for 2 weeks.
Changing the narratives with Mr. B.
What's up?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Happy Christmas and prosperous New Year in advance.
Thank you. Same with you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes.
Please, I'm going to be asking you 1 or 2 questions.
Okay.
All right, and we are doing this for educational purpose.
Okay.
Just sharing from our own life experience to educate the public about the real life here in Europe.
Okay.
You understand? I believe you live a little bit of time here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Before I come back to give you a minute for you to introduce yourself to the audience, for us to know who we have today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, my great viewers, depending on the place you are watching us from. We are back again with another episode of this program, Changing the Narratives. Say things the way they are in the city of Rome. We are here with our big brother here. As you can see, I caught him unaware. He's coming. I believe you are coming from work or
Yes,
something.
I am.
All right. So please, we are just going to be sharing from his own life experience as usual. I want you all to pay attention to this very episode of this program. And equally, don't forget, help us to share, like, and leave your comments for us in the comment section. Thank you so much for your amazing work you are doing for us here. We do appreciate, we do not take it for granted. Still continue helping us by sharing with others. All right, without wasting much of the time, let us talk to him as he do the proper introduction for us to know where he's coming from. Please, can you introduce yourself to them?
Okay. My name is Chris Agwarituma. I'm from Delta State, Nigeria. I based in Rome.
You are from Nigeria,
Yes, I am.
Delta State.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, how long have you been here now?
I've been here for a couple of years. I think for about 6 to 7 years now.
6 to 7 years now.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, if I may ask, what is your first primary motive of leaving Nigeria to this place?
Oh well, you know, my to be honest,
Okay.
if I need to be honest, I think I left Nigeria because we're for a purpose of surviving.
Okay.
Okay, let me use that word, just for surviving though. Yeah.
Okay. When you were in Nigeria, sir, what were you doing?
Okay, well,
Were you
well, I can easily explain. When I was in Nigeria, I worked as a secretary to a law firm.
okay?
Yeah, so I worked for a period of time. Even before then, I used to work with a company then.
Okay.
Yeah, since I lost the job, so I had to, find one way or the other to get something doing. So I worked under a law firm, Dura Partner. I don't know if you might have heard that, but
Okay.
I think if my boss could have seen this, he would know that
Okay.
one of his staff is far away from home. Though he was aware when I was living in Nigeria, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So which is to say, in another word, the way you speak, it seems like you're educated.
Yes, of course I am.
You're a graduate.
Yes, I am.
So what did you study?
I studied electrical and electronics engineering.
Electrical and electronic engineering. In which university was it?
Okay, well, I studied at Delta State Polytechnic.
Delta State Polytechnic.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, you've been here now for a while now.
Yes.
Okay, so I believe you have a vision, or you heard something, or you seen something about Europe that gives you that hope to say, okay, the best way of survivor is coming to Europe. Okay, it's like what you had, your vision towards this Europe,
Yeah,
as in what you had when you were not here
yeah,
yet, and now you are eventually here.
yeah.
Is there something different?
There are quite a lot of things that are so different. Back then in the days, we used to think like Europe is sort of heaven.
Okay.
You know, we assume like when you get to Europe, it's very easy for you to make life, you know, as easy as possible, like quick as possible. You think maybe when you get here, it's just all bed of roses. You can just get whatever you want at a snap of your fingers, and you are there. So little did I know that it was a kind of a whole lot of stress and difficulties in order for you to get your balance.
Okay.
Yeah, most especially when you are in a country whereby you don't speak the language. For example, here in Italy, where I am. Initially, when I came, it was so difficult, to integrate because of the language itself. Because that is one integral part of integrating into a society. Language barrier is a problem. So well, like you just said, reiterating back to the question, it wasn't really the way I actually thought about,
Thought of it.
yeah, Europe. That is what it was then by the time I came in. So I think there are a whole lot of you know sweet talks about it then.
Okay.
Like when you sugarcoat, how things are being done here, and when you get here, the way you can get it as easy as possible without stressing yourself and all of that. Europe is the best place for you to be. At the end of the day, when you come in here, is not actually the best place for you to be. So a lot of people have different view, but
Okay.
that is my own view.
All right. Like, what would you say? You made mention of like the language barrier.
Yeah,
At first, when you came here.
yeah,
Apart from the language barrier, is
yeah.
there any other?
Yes, I actually regretted my first. Um, should I use the word the first day I came in, and getting a call by the time I tried to reach out to some of my friends back home? Because even before I got here, I actually applied for a job in Chevron.
In Nigeria?
Yes. So the opportunity that I got to come into Europe, succeededly, I am here. Um, it was so unfortunate that by the time I got to contact friends back home, people that I know, to inform them that I'm far away from home, and it happens that one of my friends who helped me out, she was my classmate then, because her boyfriend then was working in Chevron.
Okay.
So she really helped me out to, apply for that job. And fortunately for me, I was here already, and why my application was granted after all the interviews and all of that. And it's so saddening that I couldn't, work in the field of engineering when I was in Nigeria. So it's just so tough for me as at that particular time. So I regretted while living in Nigeria that I missed an opportunity so huge as that.
Which is, had they been that, okay, you were already here when you made that very call,
Yeah.
and you were told that what you were hoping or
Yeah.
waiting for
Yeah.
eventually took place,
Yeah.
and you were nowhere to be found.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, they were waiting for
They
you.
were waiting for me for 2 weeks.
Okay, let us say, for instance, you got that job
Yeah.
and you were still in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Compared to your life here now for the past 7 years,
Yeah.
what would you say would have been the difference?
Wow. 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 Um, there could have been a whole lot of difference. A whole lot of differences though, because I actually have a dream. If I was able to secure that job while I was in Nigeria, I think I would have been in one of, I think I would have been in a better position by now, building my nation, like imputing, like making an impact, in my society at large. But now that I'm here, one, it's more or less like I'm limited to what my potential is. I've got a whole lot of potentials, but I'm not there yet. So which I think I would have even be far beyond what I was thinking that I was supposed to be to attain other position and all of that. But here I am. Though I'm still in the field, you know, I'm still in the field, but it's not like what I really dreamt of,
Mm.
like what I really want to be. I really want to go far in terms of engineering,
This computer
electricity,
engineering.
yes, electrical, electrical engineering.
So when you came here, having know that you had a certificate
Yeah,
in this very field,
yeah.
why what stops you for going further here?
I tried to because of the language barrier. When I got in here, I then I was in Brindisi, and I applied for an admission in Lecture University.
Okay.
So which the cost then for to to continue my studies in Lecture University was so expensive as at that time. It was about 10,000 euros.
Oh.
So which I could not afford.
Mm.
So I don't have that financial background to push further. So I had to go into other diploma courses where I could get the certificate here in order for me to integrate into the system here. To God be the glory, I am able to do that. So, and that is what is keeping me going now.
Okay, so that the certificate you are talking about is still on that very
We are
field.
still on the same field, electrical field.
Okay.
Yeah, but not
Eh,
like the
the
degree.
high
Yeah,
degree.
yeah, a
Oh,
degree like the bachelor, master's degree, and all of that.
okay.
I already have my bachelor degree, but master's degree and all of that. So I need to further because my certificate needed to be recognized here.
Oh.
So all of this. So which the university, the cost for it was that very expensive for me. So I couldn't push further. So I had to go through other means of getting a genuine certificate here in order for me to integrate into the system because at least you must have something
Yeah.
to prove that yes, this is what you can do, you're capable of doing. So and you can now bring it down to the field, to now exhibit what you can do for them to see. And that is it. I've been
Okay, so when you got that, it wasn't there wasn't there any difficulties for you to get into this field to work here?
there were because there are kind of I won't use the word racist.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't use the word racist because if I use that word racist, it is more or less like I'm discriminating. So I
Okay.
don't want to discriminate,
All right.
But I want to say probably I I wasn't having the opportunity then, you know. Then I struggled for it in Brindisi, where there is less opportunity in Brindisi. You know, there is very difficult for you to have a field job like this. So I had to move down to Rome, because since it's a big city and it's a city whereby you have different nationalities,
Mm.
it's easier here. There's opportunity here, so I had to move down to Rome. Since I think I came into Rome 2018. That was when I came in. So I
That
struggled
should
a
be
little
about
bit.
6 years now.
Yes, I struggled a little bit here in Rome. Even I studied here, one of this structure here, yeah, this place here.
You studied there?
Yeah, I did a programming course here.
Oh,
Yeah,
still on this field.
still on this field, but on because I was searching for opportunity then. So I tried to, do so many courses. I did a Red Cross course, like life saving course,
Mm.
this. Then I also did a programming course where I can be able to go into tech properly, like creating web pages and all of that, and AutoCADing, which this is the place I studied.
Wow.
You can see it here.
Wow, wow, wow. This
I did
the hub.
yeah, the first floor there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I did a lot of courses here in order for me to integrate. But just because I have passion for electricity. So I still had to go into that, looking for a job because it makes me feel happy. Like I'm very happy when I do what I know I could do best. So that has kept me on. Rome, well, I know there are a lot of challenges, but the thing is, One thing is believing in yourself and try to integrate into the system. That is what matters most.
Okay, sir. Knowing fully well that yes, you have this vision, this big vision to work in your field. When trying to move out of Nigeria, why don't you put this into consideration? The language barrier, as in the place where you will go and have a
A better,
playground, a
yeah,
better ground for you to
yeah.
excel. Why did you put it into consideration?
Okay, yes, I did. I actually did. Then I contacted my aunt, whom may have so rest in peace. She's late now because her husband is someone who has the connections
Okay.
if you want to leave the country and all of that. So, but she advised me to come over to Italy because I also have an auntie here then, you know. So since that I have a direct auntie, who is then in Spain,
Mm.
so she was like, okay, why don't you let me connect you to your auntie who is then in Spain so you can find a way to come into Europe, then you will have your balance here in Europe. It's just a matter of studying since you can study. And it's just about studying, learning the language and integrating. Like for the husband, he has a whole lot on his plate now. So for him to attend to me at that particular time that I'm in need to leave the country, it will be difficult for him. So the only option that she has is for me to connect to my auntie then. That was how I moved into Europe. Actually, I wasn't really thinking of coming to Europe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So,
All right. Since you've been here now, have you visited any other country apart from this Italy?
no, actually, I don't. I'm not interested in living in Italy because why? I felt it would destabilize me because of my passion and my vision. I don't want to be distracted by any form of mischievous
Ambition.
ambition, So I try to focus on my lane. Not that I don't have friends, I have a lot of friends. I have people who are far away from Italy, who lives in Netherlands, um, Germany, France, and all of that. And even sometimes they call me, but I feel like it's better I remain where I am because I think this is where I know I can have the opportunity to excel. So that is it for me.
Okay, sir. Like now, you're already in the field
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, are you still having the hope or the belief to further your study or to press forward, or you are just satisfied with the
No, I'm
level you
not.
are right
No,
now?
I'm not satisfied.
So what are
Well,
the chances?
the chances is that I'm looking forward to put in for um, a program
All right.
by next year. This program is to elevate me from the position where I am now. No, I've been upgraded because I could say because even while I was even in the field, I as well went into other courses, whereby I went into telecom, and that is actually the field where I'm working now
Okay.
as a telecom technician now.
Okay.
So, and now I'm looking forward in order for me to move about 5 steps ahead now. So I think I will put in for some other degree courses that I think I could do in order for me to get to where I think I want to be. So for now, I'm still just paving the way ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is you are not relenting.
No,
You
no,
are
no, no,
not
no, no,
okay.
no.
Okay.
I
That
am
is a
not.
big vision. I will urge you to please
Thank you.
push on. In as much as you have the vision, you already you seen the
Yeah,
paths already.
yeah,
So it's just for you to keep on pressing.
of
You
course. Yeah.
understand me? Okay. Now, lastly, sir, you left everything in Nigeria when things were rough,
Yes.
and you came here. You're only for you to receive a call
Yeah.
that things were
Okay, for
really
me now.
soft,
Yeah.
and it came from behind
Yeah.
and where you weren't there.
Yeah.
So like people who are still in that same position right now contemplating because of the roughness of life, although they have vision and in Nigeria, due to your own experience, what you experienced there and living and saw the opportunities that later came up, so what would be your advice to them?
Well, my advice to every human being is if you know that you failed in your past, you don't have to keep yourself down. You have to step up. Because there is one thing, even I'm still talking about how I succeeded. I've not really succeeded. Are you getting me? But I have things that really traumatized me even when I was here in Europe, when I came in. There are a lot of things that really set me backward. But I never gave up on my dreams. I always try to push myself. I always try to make sure that I don't let the errors of today affect the errors of yesterday affect my today.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I've made small mistakes, and I always, it pains me, or probably I go into a sober mood when things like that happen. But sometimes I just immediately summon courage to myself and say, this is not the end point of it. This is just the beginning. This is the time that you need to make a U-turn of what has happened. Try to pave the way for you to achieve what have always dreamed of. So, and that has always kept me going. And I want people to, as well, have a rethink of themselves, process whatever that happened during those period of time, you know, then just soak the pressure and speak to yourself and say, you are capable, you can do it. Because there are many of us today who couldn't even see this very day. There are many of us who are traveling or couldn't get the opportunity to get to their
Where they are
destination.
going.
You get me? There are some who slept or couldn't wake up, but you are able to wake up. So why would you just keep yourself down? So the ability for you to step up, it will challenge you for how to, pave way for tomorrow. So for me, I try to tell people, do not ever, ever, ever say no to success. Always believe that you can succeed. Always, no matter how downward you are, there are people who are even more down to what you are. So always just keep pushing yourself, and you're going to achieve it. That is it for me.
Okay, sir, please. Sorry that I'm taking much of your time. I
No, no
just want
problem.
to take this last question.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of people out here
Yes.
who studied back home,
Yes.
and coming here, they encountered a lot of challenges
Yes.
just due to the way same thing you
Yeah.
experienced when you came.
Yeah.
But due to that fact, they believe that there is no possibility for them to go forward. They just accepted what came their way. So what can you say to that?
Okay. One thing is this. One thing is this. Sometimes people tend to blame the system
Okay.
that we left. But have we ever asked ourselves question? This is what thing I always tell people. Have you asked yourself questions like, what is that thing that you've done wrong? What is that thing that you have done wrong? You know. So for me, before I blame my system, I know the system back home has really deteriorated that we couldn't even, believe in the system anymore. And this has been the reason why majority of us left our countries, because of the way the policies of our government is, the way the way things are being done. Not that we don't have those things in place. We have all the laws and everything in place. Whatever that we have here now benefiting here, they are all there in the system in Nigeria. Is that we have people who are in power who are not really wanting the nation, the citizens to grow and to benefit from it. So, and then, as you as a citizen, what have you done to impute your own impact? The opportunity that you had to leave your country and why you came here, what have you done on your own aspect? Because some of us just believe when we arrive, oh, this is how they do it here, this is how we do it here. And at the end of the day, they just jump into what they don't know. So one thing is your foundation is what matters. So for me, I do see a lot of people. I feel pity.
Okay.
I feel pity, of our fellow Africans, brothers and sisters, who find themselves in a mess where they were not supposed to
Be.
Some who are graduates, some who have, they have everything upstairs in order for them to integrate. But one, friends.
Hmm.
You get me? Your friends, not that you don't have good friends, you have good friends, but have you been able to assess your friends, who they are actually, what they do actually, how do they live their life? So that thing is number one thing.
Hmm.
How to manage your friends is very much important. When you see that when you are with some friends and they are not giving you that vibe that you need to push further for yourself, why don't you have a plan B for yourself? This is one. You get me? Then two, the zeal for you to go for your passion, what you really want to do, what really kills it in you. Why didn't you just take that opportunity that you had to come into this land where people say is the land of milk and honey while you were back in Africa? You know, when you know that this is the way they operate, why don't you operate alongside with them? Because some of us, we come here and at the end of the day, we feel like, okay, this is Europe. What we like, we go do. They get me so. But there are policies that is being laid on ground. For you to get a job, you must have a certificate, right? Something to prove that you can do this job. Then why can't you go into that? Get that certificate and do it. They said, okay, for you to get a job, you must learn the language. Why don't you be patient enough to go through just period of 3 or 4 months course to study the language? Have that simple certificate. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But a lot of us turn out not to buy that idea. We just feel like, okay, waiting, now certificate I won't job. You get me?
Yeah.
Now certificate I won't job. At the end of the day, when you find yourself in a situation where you are, you start blaming the government, you start blaming people, you start blaming your country, you start blaming. But what have you done to yourself? Is the question for me is it's your self ability. That is it for me. What have you done to yourself? Have you taken that decision to yourself? Because the opportunity is here. So I don't blame anybody. I won't blame the system.
Hmm.
For me, I don't blame the system.
Because you now, you say you don't blame the system,
Yeah.
because a lot of people said that the system
Yeah.
make people, more especially
Yeah.
Africans, to become what they are not. Because a lot of people came here with a great vision,
Yeah.
like educated people came
Yeah.
here with a great vision, only to end up
Yeah.
selling things in the streets.
Yeah.
They said it is the system that programmed it for them.
No.
That is why they became what they
No,
are.
the system never programmed that for them. If you say the system that programmed that for them is, let me use this is our own system that programs that for them. For the idea, their idea that we have as Africans, what the way we think as Africans, those of us who came in the early days, we never laid that foundation. Do you understand me? Now, let me use as for instance, you go to UK, you go to US, lot of Nigerians who travel to UK, US, if you watch very well, you find out like most of them use this opportunity of I want to study. Let me go and study. Let me go and study. Let me go and study. And when they get there, they always find that common ground, to integrate.
Yeah.
Because they are educated people there. There are people who have laid that foundation for them. But here we never had people who laid those foundations. Because it's the foundation, not the system. It's the foundation that our early days
People who were here before us.
It's that foundation. They never laid any foundation for us. They came in the sense that they had the opportunity of coming, they sat down, they don't want to work.
Just grab
They
whatever
just
they
grab
see.
what they see and that is it. Find every means of making money and all
Just
of that.
to survive.
Just to survive. You get me? And you have opportunity of having someone like a white lady or a white man who want to prepare that future with you and put you there. You find a way to just to scam him or whatever. There are a lot of stories that I've heard, even to present, to date, whereby even a fellow African like you, this is not your mother's land, this is not your father's land. You had the opportunity of having a house from the government, or probably renting an apartment from an Italian person, Instead of you paying your rent duly when it's due, you don't. You keep holding, you keep, holding the man's rent to yourself, spending it for yourself and all that. At the end of the day, you'll be the same person to go and sue him. So tell me, why wouldn't that be a problem to the future?
Not even only you, to the people
To
who are
the
still
people who
coming.
are still coming. You get me? So these are the problems. We Africans caused the problem, not them. They laid a good foundation. They did it. They welcomed everyone. In the beginning, it was very open for everyone. You can easily go around if you have your money and all of that. You can buy a house. You can access through any ministry or what have you on how to get the house. It will be easier for you. Even when you want to rent a house, it's easier for you back in the days. But now, if you want to go and rent an apartment today, just to rent an apartment, you know how difficult it is.
Yeah. It's almost impossible.
Almost impossible. And in quotes, when they hear that you are a Nigerian, it's finished.
Not really that there are no houses.
There are a lot. But when they hear Nigeriano, you get it? Yeah. So the problem has been the foundation from the beginning, not the system. The foundation destroyed the system for us. You get me? So that is it. I don't blame when that is why I said I don't blame the system. I don't blame whatever that is going on now. It is we are the reason. We caused it. We caused it.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really a great time with you.
Thank you.
And I believe and I hope to meet with you again to have one-on-one with you, because I believe a lot of people are going to make demand on you. Sure. When we do have people, guests like this, a lot of people, our fans do make demand that we should revisit such people again. Okay. Just depend on what came out from you. Okay. You understand me? And I believe you are such of one of them. So please, in case we come knocking tomorrow, don't pursue us.
No.
Thank you, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
We hope to see you in the top. Okay. And please keep the fire burning and keep the vision going.
For sure, definitely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a great pleasure, sir.
Never take it for granted. Thank you.